everybody, this is Ed Bowen, the Safety Director at Berglund Construction. For this week's Toolbox Talk, we're going to talk about winterizing our hoist motors for suspended scaffold. For this purpose, I brought in Gary McLean, our hoist technician at Berglund. So I'm going to turn it over to Gary right now.
So this is a PC3, which you guys should know is a PC3. We're also going to be covering our Bizomax in Ohio and our Astros here in Illinois and in Wisconsin. We don't have the actual manufacturer's motor covers. They really don't do much anyway. They just get tore up and get lost. So for these storms, what I do is I take a contractor's trash bag, find a seam, put a pair of gloves on. I basically just take my little knife in there, go across the seam, bring it down. If I have a good blade in it. I don't seem to have a good blade. And all you're going to do is basically make like a jacket for it. You're just opening it up to the top. You want to take this, and your motor is on your swing stage, so it'll be either on your walkthrough or it's going to be on your end bell. This is like representing an end bell. Same situation though with the walkthrough. You take this, you bring it around. The larger contractor trash bags are a little bit better to use because they go further for the PC3s, but these are great for the Astros. You take this, you get it up there. I'm going to use you guys' favorite tape. Doesn't have to be, wound all up and down and X or anything like that. You just basically put it right here. The water is still going to come in here. The key is to let the water come in. I'm going to take some tape and do me a big favor. Do not get this tape on your drive cable. If this tape stays on your drive cable for a length of time, the adhesive actually releases onto the cable. It goes into these motors, especially the PC3s. It starts gumming up all of the guides. It actually breaks the guides. We don't want to do that. So take the tape. All we want to do is keep it from flying away. We know how the wind is, we know how the updrafts are. And since we do have updrafts, and the updrafts are pretty drastic on high rises, the bottom, you take your electrical, you unplug, of course. You've got your protective cover on the bell, always facing down, so it's not collecting water. It's not waterproof, but it allows water to go through the system without collecting. If it's up like this, it collects. If it's down like this, it flows through. And what we're going to do is basically just put a little bit of tape down at the bottom. I'm sure it's going to be a little bit harder in the air to do this. And like I said, if you use the longer bags, it's a little bit better. Now, if you end up sealing the bottom, really sealing it up good, then what you need to do without hurting the electrical, without hurting any of the electrical cords that are on it or the remote cords, all you want to do is make a little slice. Don't cut your finger. You just want to make a little slice here, a little slice over here, and that allows the water to drain. Water will get in. Water has to come out though. If the water puddles, it'll fill up, it starts, that's bad, especially when it freezes. Then we just got a block of ice up in here. Anyway, that's covering your motor.
A couple of the other things that we do need to think about too is our lifelines, our cable as well, right?
Yeah, so in the wintertime, in the fall, when we start getting these rains and in the evening they turn into ice or they turn into snow events, we want to take our safety lines and we want to, anytime that we're pulling them up, and we always roll them up, we leave them on the ground, or up on the roof. We really don't want to leave them up there. What we want to do is we want to take it back, roll it up, take that roll back to the anchor point, and I would put it in a bag, and take that bag and tie that bag to the anchor point. Or if you can just take it off completely and leave it in a penthouse where it's nice and warm, it's much better. If you get a call at 2 o'clock in the morning in a blizzard storm, and anchor's pulled out of the building, we need that rope. You're gonna need that rope. Someone's gonna need that rope to be functional. If it's frozen to the ground, it's not gonna be functional.
Absolutely, and if there ever is that emergency, we also have to be aware of the conditions that we're going through. Slippery roofs, slippery ladders, ice, things like that. So we do have to be aware of that stuff. So thank you, Gary. Everybody have a safe day and a safe week. Thank you.